Hello. This is another episode of Off the Deep End, a Deep Listens podcast that goes deep on role-playing video games. I'm Braden, Arbitrary Water Redacted, Ganesh of the podcast. Joining me, as always, is Chris Zombie Pie Redacted.
I'm not going to do a voice.
The Satan of the podcast. Hello, Christopher.
Hey, yeah, I suppose I'm ZP. As I ZP love to do, I'd like to start this episode with a fun fact.
Of course, you always do that.
Yeah, this one's, let's all say it on three, what it's about. 1, 2, 3. Mule tails.
Demons?
No, it's about mule's tails.
It's about what?
Like mules, the pack animals, and their tails.
Oh, okay.
So, like, way back in the day, the army just had so many mules. Like, you wouldn't even believe how many mules the army had. Just so many, you know?
Why?
To carry shit. You know, who knows?
This isn't what the far back
Things are
in the
heavy,
day?
Em. Things are heavy.
I'm just asking, how far back in the day are we going?
Like Civil War days.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And they needed, like, a quick way for soldiers to tell what the mules could do. So what they did was they would cut these bells, or just like little sort of like triangle shapes, into the mules' tails, so you could tell what they were good at or what they knew how to do. So mules who were untrained would have the tops of their tails shaved. Mules that could just carry stuff, I think. Yeah, if he could just carry stuff, he'd get 1 bell. If he could carry stuff and walk in a harness, he would get 2 bells. And if you could ride him too, he'd get 3 bells. And those were the best mules, the 3-bell mules.
Interesting.
So they gave rankings to their mules.
Ranking of
Kind of.
Mules. That's a new podcast we're going to do.
Yeah, that's our next podcast.
That
How many
other
video
voice,
games have mules in them, do you think?
more than you think.
What's
Not
that
as
one
many
we
as you
played?
hope.
Where we were just carrying stuff?
I
Peak?
don't know.
Are you thinking Peak?
Peak
No.
does not have mules.
The one where they were using the guy's face to get around teenage locks in Australia.
Oh, I don't think there are mules in Death Stranding.
Yeah, but you're sort of a human mule, you know?
That's true. You know what? There are mules, but they're robots, which is actually true.
That's accurate. Hideo Kojima is a man of many mysteries. That other voice you heard is Adam Borgmaster Redacted, the Parvati of the podcast. Hello.
Sweet. I don't think I know our good friend Borgmaster well enough to do an impression here. But thank you for having me. That's all.
Does this impression get more offensive the longer I do it?
I think so.
Okay,
It's not
I'll
very
go back to my
nice.
normal.
That's why I didn't do ZP.
Yeah.
Not
You could have talked about like poop.
Sonic the
and that would
Hedgehog.
have been a good like
Yeah,
make a dick
you really
joke.
should have. You should have just said, "I love food that's bad."
Yeah, should I have saved? I guess ZP doesn't eat whole bell peppers the way I do.
No, he doesn't. No,
You should have done that. You should. No, wait, cut. Put it in there.
I already ate
Can
the
you make
pepper.
the crunch again?
No, I'm not. That was the last pepper.
No.
Get a pepper.
I'm not going to drive to the grocery store. for
Dear
this shit.
listener, Pete was eating a pepper like an apple before we started recording.
Which is we save you from how often ZP is just eating into a microphone during this show. But we know how often that happens.
Oh, don't I know? I know well enough.
You know what the wave sign looks like, probably.
Yeah, I can recognize it from
You just
500
look at it.
meters.
That's true.
All right, so this podcast we have played Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance, or Vengeance if you enjoy. This was M's pick. But before we discuss Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance, our normal plugs, you can get in touch with the show at deeplistenspodcast at gmail.com. Deeplistens.libsyn.com. That's where we host the show and have our comment sections. Deep Listens Podcast at bluesky.social. .bluesky.social. That is our social media account, and you can support the show on patreon.com/deeplistens. At the $1 tier, you get access to our Discord, where you can talk to the host of the show. You can learn about stuff we're doing and as it's upcoming. At the $3 tier, you get access to the OG Soncast, our anime podcast, which, Pete, you're on it. What's up next?
Spice and Wolf is up next. I hear it is either pro or anti-capitalist. You, the listener, will find out which.
I was told that by Braden that it is a podcast that is mostly about mercantilism or like turn of the century capitalism in Japan, but it's also trying to sneak that in via anime, slice of life romance kind of stuff.
Yeah, that'd be fair.
Yeah, and we are still doing the call to action for the Immigrant Law Center of Minnesota. I know that the attention on Minnesota has gone away, but it's still bad there. So if you would like to donate, ilcm.org/donate is how you do so. If you show us a receipt or proof of you having donated, we will read your comment, a comment of your choosing on the show. We could answer a question. We could do any number of things. Just, be cool about it. But also be cool and donate if you can. So, M, we did do the plug for the Patreon, which meant we did a plug for the Discord, which means it's time for the Discord report.
No, it isn't. We don't do it on this show.
Oh,
this is off the deep end. They don't know what the Discord report is.
Yeah, they don't care about anyone on the Discord.
They just make fun of the way I do it.
Doopy 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 doop. That's what they say.
Doopy 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 doop. Well, let's see. Let's look at the Discord. What are we gonna talk about today? I didn't prepare anything. I'm not gonna.
That's fine.
All right, here. Those pieces of shit.
Not hearing this, they don't know.
Listeners, you're getting a real peek behind the curtain at the intense rivalry between the two shows.
They don't listen to our show. It's fine.
I don't listen to theirs, so that's fine.
Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop, the Discord report. This week on the Discord, the Fantasy League is still going all year, baby. Big swings this past couple of weeks. Pokemon Pokopia came out, netting Rio 20 points, which is, I think, the highest scoring game thus far.
What is Pokemon Pokopia?
Pokopia is like if Pokemon met Animal Crossing and kind of Minecraft.
Never mind.
No, so wait, Pete. The pitch is you're a Ditto that has cloned your former trainer because your trainer is gone, and it is a post-apocalyptic Pokemon world of the Kanto region.
Yeah, is this canon now? The Dittos can turn into people?
They've always been able to do that, haven't they?
Not that I can recall.
Oh well,
this one can.
Fiction needs to be rewritten.
This one can, and it's depressed, and it wants to bring the people back. And in order to bring the people back, you are gaining abilities so that you can build society back from the ground up.
Okay, it does turn into one in Ultra Sun and Moon. I actually have played that, and I recall.
Oh,
so yeah, it is. It's canon.
What happened? Does it just pick up a sword or a gun and then attack its fellow Pokemon?
You go to in Ultra Sun and Moon, you go to a police station, and you basically talk to the main guy, I think, and he's like, "Hey, we got some weirdness going on," and then you talk to another guy, and he just screams, and then
Jesus.
I think that's how it goes down.
That's Ditto?
Scary.
Yeah, it's Ditto.
Horrifying.
If this was not rendered in the Pokemon style, that would be terrifying.
I know.
All right. Well, Yeah, so that game came out. Yatsu also counterpicked it, so he got minus 20 points for that one.
That's probably gonna kill him
Yeah,
for winning the league.
that's not very good. Gino is still the leader of the league. We're not gonna spend any time on him because
fine.
fuck that guy.
Are you
Uh,
kidding?
what?
According to Metacritic, which, take Metacritic as you will, but it
Mhm.
has a 90 out of 100 right now.
Yeah, yeah. That's why it's worth 20 points in the league because it's any point over 70 is what it gets in our system here.
It's the
So,
second highest rated game, or no, it's the highest rated Pokemon game on Metacritic.
goddamn. I mean, I've heard it's really good. I
I
believe
have
it,
to.
but
Mm.
it's also only on the Switch too.
And it's
So,
also for Minecraft sickos, and those
mm,
there are only so many people who review games left in the world, and they all play Minecraft.
I'll kill you. I'll kill you where you stand. Uh, don't call me out. I've also been displaced from the second position. Lionheart had a game come out. I believe it was it Scott Pilgrim EX?
Yeah.
I don't know which one of these three that came out, but that seems the most recent. With 9 more points, put Lionheart just slightly above me. So now I'm in third place with a very close Borgmaster behind me. So that's our check-in for the league. Other things going on in the Discord. Did you know they're making a live-action Moana?
I did, and I hate it.
Yeah. It doesn't look very good. They're talking about that in the TV and movies channel. The Rock is playing his character that he voiced, Maui, and he looks strange. Other things going on. Slay the Spire 2 came out. You might have heard about this in our what's that other podcast called?
All hands on deck.
Yeah, that one.
We have a third
Um,
podcast?
yeah, we got a bunch of Did you
Damn, we got
know?
a whole
Hold
network.
on, Pete. Do you know that we have a podcast on the uh I wish I knew more about it.
Stargate
But
as
yeah,
C1.
the
Like the
Stargate
show?
one.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. I have no idea about any of this.
How many
How many shows do
episodes
you
do
think
you
we
think we
have?
have of that?
Oh, I don't know, 10?
We have at least 16.
I threw out 10, like thinking it's the highest number it could have possibly
Yeah.
have been.
Yeah,
We're
you're
up to
wrong.
17 on that. It's called Chariots of the Pods.
Oh, I see it here on our list on our
Yeah.
Discord. I just
Yeah.
never thought about it.
You go on the Discord, you just don't click on anything, huh?
I mean, I
Yeah.
click on some stuff.
It's always changing in there, and Pete can't keep up with it. Yeah, so if you want to hear about Stargate, which I wish I knew more about so I could tell you about it, maybe if I listen to this podcast, I would know how to rib on it, but I don't. Everyone's favorite sci-fi from 1994?
Is that the one
Yeah.
where the robots are an STD?
No, no.
No, I
I
Is
don't
that
think
think
so.
Babylon
That's the one with the
Babylon
big
5 or
circle.
whatever?
It's got a big portal.
Oh, so that's one where everything's secretly Egypt or maybe
Yes.
not Egypt?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. They should do that one next. We should just keep this going once they run out of Stargates. Uh, anyway, yeah. You should go watch those or listen to those shows. If you're watching them, you're
How'd you do
creeping.
that?
You what? How you doing that? Uh, and that's what's going on with Discord.
Yeah. Um, there's the Discord report, which means I think it's now time to talk Shin Megami Tensei 5, V for Vengeance. You picked this. Why'd you pick it? What is it?
So I did pick this. Shin Megami Tensei V Vengeance is the remake of Shin Megami Tensei, which began production in 2016. It was, let's see, developed by Atlas. You might have heard of them, the makers of the Shin Megami Tensei series, as well as Persona and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
And that's all I know about them. So I'm not going to do the off the deep end history report that they usually do. Yeah, so Shin Megami Tensei 5 released in 2024, and then they made another version, which is Vengeance. Nope, that's wrong. Shin Megami Tensei 5 released in 2021,
On the
and then they
Switch.
made, yes, and then they made Vengeance, which came out in 2024.
On everything else.
Okay.
And everything else. And oh, there's a Sega sale right now. I look on Steam. I
Quick consumer advice for all of our listeners.
no, I mean this is published by Sega, so it is part of this sale, so we could have gotten it on sale. Hey, if you want to play this game that we're about to talk about, it's on sale right now, so you should go pick it up. It is a role-playing game. You are playing as a child that was in Japan, and you get transported into hell, and you get fused with maybe a demon, and you become the Nahobino. You know what that means? Because I don't think it means anything in real terminology. And you're gonna go around and collect demons. And if you've played a Persona game or you played any of the other Shin Megami Tenseis, because there's a lot of them, uh, it's all the same demons and they have all the same strengths and weaknesses as any other game.
While we're
Uh, yes.
talking about the demons, I would
Mhm.
like to get something off my chest.
I don't think we're going to stop talking about the demons. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
just in case the subject changes,
Sure.
I want to say it now. Not since Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball have I seen a
Mm,
higher rate of thirst traps per capita
huh.
than the demons in this game.
Interesting. Say more.
Like if you wanted to, which I did for a while, run a all femmes build,
Yes.
you can just pick amongst your choice of hot fairies and pixies and succubi. And then there's also a cat man that gyrates a lot, which was
Hmm.
part of my team
Hmm.
for a while. I would call that a thirst trap of a different kind.
I don't know if I ever found that one.
And then the enemies, I mean, cards on the table. I didn't finish the game. It's very long. But the main enemies for the beginning of the game are a series of increasingly scantily clad and sexy demons with another ridiculous name. The
Hmm.
Yeah.
Naditsu, I think. That's close.
I don't know. I'll
Yeah,
believe
so
you.
so it's worth saying for those who are not familiar with Shin Megami Tensei, when we say demon, what we mean is literally any deity or creature of folklore from whatever religion you want,
Oh yeah.
or
Anywhere.
tradition.
Yeah.
So, like, guess what? An angel, that's a demon. You can get
Yep.
an angel. It's a demon. It joins your party. It'll hang out with you. Unicorns, that's a demon.
Yep.
Uh,
You can get a furry elephant ball that just has a trunk and no other face. Probably
yep,
something.
that's a demon. If you work your way up, hey, the Hindu deity Ganesh, that's just a
Yeah.
demon. Um,
Let's see. Let's get a list of the demons in here.
Oh,
Ever
it's gonna be days.
Yeah, everyone's favorite is, of course, Jack Frost, which is a little snowman. And he
You.
says his famous catchphrase,
ho.
Hey, I'm
he
Jack
ho.
Frost. What is
Yeah,
Oh,
it is he ho. I don't know if Jack Frost is on the box, but he probably should be at this point. Yeah, you've got like all sorts of demons. I'm looking at the list. There's banshees and hobgoblins, and also like Tengu from Japanese folklore.
do you
Uh,
think do you think there was
yeah.
a discussion at some point where they were like,
Mhm.
look, we've got all these deities and folklores and
Mm-hmm.
goons and goblins and things. Do you think anybody was like, look, we really just want to take that last step and put the Prophet Muhammad in the game? Like, cooler heads prevailed, luckily, and they didn't do it.
I mean,
hmm.
I think there are some Shin Megami Tensei games where just like Messiah, I think, is a demon you can get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, there's definitely many figures from Christianity. I think they
Baphomet's in this.
just stopped of like
Mm-hmm.
Jesus
Yeah.
outright. Like that doesn't happen,
Hold
but it
on.
gets
I gotta
close.
look something up. SMT Jesus?
Jesus. I mean,
Is Jesus in any of the Shin Megami Tensei games? Oh.
I mean,
he
Hold
Lucifer
on.
is.
definitely is.
I think he is in Devil Survivors. You can become the Messiah if you side with God.
Messiah is from P3. There is also what looks like Jesus in the Mega 10 Reddit, which just looks like I'll put it in our Game of the Week channel. Boop. This is
Yeah.
the Demon Agony,
Oh.
We're
which
talking Crown of Thorns. Yep, yeah,
I don't
that's
think it
pretty on
gets
the
any
nose.
more on the nose there.
Yeah,
Yeah, just a
that's it right
demon
there.
carrying a crucifix covered
Yep.
in thorns. Huh.
That's the
Uh-huh.
guy.
Yeah, so this, like I said, when we say demon, we mean it very loosely because the Shin Megami Tensei series does not give an F about world religions of any kind.
Nope.
And I would describe. Tell me if you think that this description of the mechanics of this game are correct. It's kind of like Pokemon, but
Yes.
what if your Pokemon were deities of major world religions?
Yeah,
In
sure.
folklore. And also, unlike Pokemon, instead of your Pokemon just kind of hanging out and maybe they can have kids, you can fuse these
Yeah.
demons like they are Digimon or something.
Can I
Digimon
explain? I don't know. Maybe in some of them. Uh, I don't know if I explained why I picked this game. Uh, very recently, I was talking with my wife about Fire Emblem Awakening, which
Nice. Classic.
yeah, which is probably one of my favorite Fire Emblem games.
Maybe the best.
Yeah, I'll put that on record. It is the best.
All right.
And if
All right.
anyone disagrees, they're not on the podcast.
You
So
can catch these hands.
yeah. Um, but Awakening has a system where you can like put two characters together, and then depending on like the parents, you will get a child out of it, and because of timey wimey bullshit, you will get a unit that is like a full grown adult who has the capabilities of both of them.
It kicks Mondo ass.
Yeah, and it's great, and it really works. And then they try to do it in another game, Fates, and it sucked ass. It wasn't very good. Uh, but I was like, I used to have like spreadsheets and stuff for the children in that game,
Oh, for
so
sure.
because I was like, oh, I want to get the best like Morgan, and in order to do that, I need to like marry this character to this one and then do a bunch of bullshit. And then I was like, is this eugenics? I don't know if
Hmm.
this is a good thing to to want to play again. And then I was like, what if instead of doing that, we did it with demons instead? And I
You
was
can't do
like,
eugenics on demons. That's fine.
maybe maybe it'll be a little less this is also around the time when everyone was playing eugenics, which is the one where you do this but with cats. And I was like, I really don't want to play that one because that sounds miserable. And then I asked on the Discord, hey, is there any other game that has this mechanic? And this is what people were like, you should probably play this one.
Mm-hmm.
So here we are. And I
Uh,
had to subject you to it also.
yeah. So I was just perusing the list of all of the demons. One that jumped out to me, Maria.
Oh.
Guess who that is?
I'm gonna guess Mary if I had to
Yeah,
guess anything. Yeah.
Virgin Mary. You could just fuse
Yeah.
her. So like, I'm not. Lucifer's in
Sure.
this. There's a bunch. Do you think that there has to have been some sort of scandal where people saw this and thought, "What the hell? Why am I fusing the main deity of my religion with a pixie to make something else?"
Not a very good fusion. I don't think you should do that.
Yeah, it would be a bad fusion. You don't want to fuse the Virgin Mary with a pixie.
Let's see. Let's go to the top here. Let's look at Megami Tensei. Let's look at reception. See if there's any.
I just
Did
feel like this
anyone
is too down like the
ever?
radar for like evangelical Christians to get
You think
mad
so?
about. Yeah, like look, I know they're not generally a very chill group.
Oh,
No.
You know,
wait, hold on. I see something on the wiki here.
all right,
Uh,
prove me
the
wrong.
original release of Persona caused concern due to the title's religious implications. OneUp.com's 2007 Game Awards, which ran in the March 2008 issue of Electronic Gaming Monthly, Persona 3 was given, quote, the most controversial game that created no controversy award. The writers said, quote, Rockstar's hot coffee sex scandal and Bully's boy-on-boy kissings got nothing on this PS2 role player's suicide-initiated battles or subplot involving student-teacher dating. So, Games Radar also said controversies waiting to happen, saying that the lack of public outcry was due to its niche set status when compared to other series with similar content. So yes, you're right. It is too niche.
Yeah.
And so no one knew about it or they would have been much more mad about it.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like
Mm-hmm.
from a mechanical perspective, I believe that the SMT series predates Pokemon. Like I think this is what started all that gangster shit. The creature collecting and then raising and then fusing stuff. Like SMT, we have a lot to thank for this series and its existence. And it has basically carried forward with its core design for its entire history. And has led to several spin-offs. The Persona series, which we've played a couple of games from that series for this show in the past. Level Survivor, which is a tactics, like a Final Fantasy Tactics style game. There's oh man, what is his name? There's like one where you're like a detective, I think.
Phoenix Wright.
I'm
gonna try to see which other ones, because I definitely am forgetting some other ones. There's Nocturne. There's a bunch, but this series, like the
last Bible.
Oh, Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner.
Ah, yes. Also, the one that Pete knew about in the last episode, the last Bible, Megami Tensei Gaiden, which I don't know anything about. It just looks like it was on the Game Boy.
Yeah, Revelations the Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
It was a good game. I actually really liked it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, it's the same core mechanic. You're just recruiting and fusing demons until you make Lucifer.
And
Is that the goal?
That's not the goal, but it's a cool thing you can do.
He really kicks ass. He's pretty strong.
He's a great summon.
But in this, like, the series' main thing is collecting the demons, doing the fusion, and then demon negotiations, which is how you recruit new demons. You're not throwing Pokeballs at them. Instead, you have to talk to them and convince them to join you. And how does that work out?
So when you're in your combat menu, you can go negotiate or talk or something. And then the demon will say something like, I want some of your health, or give me, like, I don't know. They have a whole bunch of stuff they could
Give me your
ask
money.
for.
Give me items.
Give me your money. Give me items.
Arm wrestle with me.
Yeah.
Do a quiz.
They could like just like talk to you, and if you choose the wrong thing, they'll be like, actually, fuck you, and then they'll hit you, which
Yeah,
happened to me a lot.
Yeah. Is there
Because they,
too?
yeah,
I was just trying to figure out, is there any logic?
yeah, that's what I was
Yes.
about to say.
there is.
I If there is, I don't understand it. Because
So
No.
some demons are oppositional, some demons are
Mhm.
friendly, and kind of if you can read what kind of demon you're dealing with, like for example, the pixies, they're the very first demon you'll recruit.
Yeah, they're
Um,
cuties.
they're cuties and they're friendly. So like if you respond to them respectfully, they will be appreciate that. There's some demons that are belligerent, like bicorns. Did you guys recruit a bicorn?
I
Yeah,
think
they're
so.
the like ram looking. They're like
Yeah,
horse.
they're
Horse
like unicorns,
Unicorns
but
with two
yeah,
with
horns.
2 horns.
perfect description. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
But they are oppositional. So if you try
Uh,
to be polite to them, they will walk all over you. So you have to show them strength. Um, so like for example, if there was a time when a bicorn told me, "Hey, dig here," and I was like, "Sure." And then when I dug there, I struck oil, and then he went, "I've struck oil. I'm rich. I don't need you anymore." And then he attacked me,
Nice.
I see.
which was very rude. Versus like if you did that to a fairy and just like did what they asked, they would probably just be cool and chill. Um, and that's kind of how you're supposed to read it. Like some of these different enemies have different personality types, and then that'll kind of guide you on which response you need to give to them at any given time.
Okay.
So you just kind of have to infer based on what they start with, like in the dialogue tree.
Yeah,
What
and
the
what's their
vibe is.
general vibe?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Like slimes, they're fucked up. If
Yeah.
you kind of want to be oppositional to them, like, and I know that you can look these things up in a guide, um, but it is kind of generally based on whether these enemies are chill or not.
What am I,
Um,
a fool who needs to use guides?
Of course not.
how many times were you
I
jumped by picking the wrong thing, Em?
Quite a bit.
Quite a bit, right?
Yeah. More than twice.
Yeah, and
uh,
it's fair to say, like, recruiting the demons, you have to do that talking thing every time, right? Like, once you've fused a demon, you have options for how to get that demon back. You can register it in a compendium, which is an option for you can basically pay money to resummon that same demon with the exact same stats. Or if you run into that demon again in the wild, you can talk to it again and convince it to join you, which means you're going to do a lot of demon negotiating over the course of this game. Pete, how long did you spend just kind of getting your bearings in this game and just playing with the mechanics?
Oh, there's so many. Like there's skills, and then there's miracles, and there's fusions, and there's essences, and there's items, and there's so much, honestly. I don't even know that I have my bearings yet after like 10 to 12 hours of gameplay. I will say this for the game. Granted, it's been, I don't know, called a loose 25 years since I played Revelations the Demon Slayer, TM. But this game at least made it a lot easier to tell which fusions you had available to you.
Yeah.
Like I remember in the very original, you just had to slam stuff together until you found something that made something cool. You know what I mean? You were just
yeah.
guessing. I mean, I remember the way I remembered it, or the way I learned like which fusions were potential, was during like the opening credit crawl. They would just show sample fusions running, and I would remember the shapes.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's
It's
smart.
wild.
I I mentioned this on the Discord, and gone are the days when like doing this was miserable.
Hmm.
I remember trying to play Persona like 1 and 2,
Oh,
and
jeez.
that does not hold your hand at all. It will just sort of expect you to sort of know what's going on, and it's also very much the dungeon crawler aspect of this. So it's rough. And then compared to this, like this is, baby mode. This is
Yeah.
This is the easiest this series has ever been to like understand and uh like get the mechanics down, because they kind of did refine them quite a bit over the years. You know, they've only been doing it for what, since 1987. Yeah. So, yeah, it's been a bit. They've
Yeah.
they've done this before.
Now they have regular fusions where you just pick two demons and it'll tell you what they make if you fuse them. There's reverse fusions, which shows you all the potential things you could make, and then it
The
just
best way
shows you
to do it.
what the constituent parts are, which is pretty good. You can do compendium fusions, so you can
Mhm.
use a demon you've got in your party with anything from your compendium. You can do reverse compendium fusions, same thing but backwards. There's special fusions which require specific demons to make whatever it needs to make. Um, and then Pete, like you said, like there's a bunch of different ways to level up. You can get essences of different demons, which allows you to teach abilities from one demon to another. You can also change change your main character, the Nahobino's properties, so that your resistances are different. So you could make it like if you're up against a boss who does a bunch of fire damage, you can make yourself resistant to fire or immune to fire if you wanted to, which helps a whole lot. This another trademark of the Shin Megami Tensei series is your main character is the only character whose death matters. If your main dude dies, it's a game over. All your other party members can die, and you can revive them if you need to. Which leads to one of the classic Shin Megami Tensei moments, which is getting insta-killed by one of the many insta-kill abilities in this game. That happened to me this time. I got hit with Mudo, which is a insta-killing dark move. And yeah, they just targeted me with it. And I was winning the battle, and then oops, game over instantly.
I didn't.
Which it still does that.
I didn't notice. I did notice that very much happened. But I remember in one of the Persona games turning it on like auto battler,
Mm-hmm.
just getting
Oh,
lit
yeah.
up that way. Does it still work? Does it still work the same way in this one?
What do you
You
mean?
can well, what do you mean, first of all?
So I remember turning on auto battler, and I don't remember if it like just didn't tell me I was about to die or what. But all of a sudden I was dead, and I was like I would have appreciated a heads up, like, hey, you're about to die. Do you want to turn off auto battler?
Yeah. So there is a like a thing you can basically buy for like points you can find around the level.
Yeah.
Your glory.
Is
Yeah,
that
for
what it is?
glory. You can use
Glory,
glory
yes.
to unlock
Okay.
a miracle, and that miracle is, hey, bud,
When you
it
get
looks.
low on health, stop the auto battle so I don't
So
die.
a feature that would have been, I don't know, nothing for them to code at the beginning and made my life so much better. They were like, no, you got to earn that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to
It's
earn it.
like it's very low point value. Like I think
Okay.
it's like 10 or 20. So it's
Maybe
not
I even
like
bought it and I already forgot about it.
It is like 6 hours into the game, though. Like you do need
right.
to
It
beat a
is
bunch
not
of
one of the
enemies.
first ones you get. But to
Yeah,
be fair, you shouldn't be turning on the auto battle that early. You need to learn the mechanics. You need to
Fair,
know what you're doing.
fair.
yeah, and the
You also
mechanics.
shouldn't be grinding in a Persona game. That was honestly my fault too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
This is a
pointless.
game where you get some experience from beating random demons and they respawn. You get a lot of experience from doing quests, from advancing the main plot. You've like how combat works is enemies have weaknesses. If you hit a weakness with one of your abilities, you get an extra turn, basically. So normally, if you have a full party, it's the Nahobino plus 3 demons. Um, if you hit a weakness, each of your characters, if each of them hits a weakness, they each can get an extra turn as well. So you can go from 4 total turns to 8. If you hit an enemy's strength, like if they block something or they dodge, you lose 2 turns. So it's incredibly punishing if you do not know what you're up against. If you are up against something and you have the wrong party members in and you hit its strength, you could die very easily. I don't know that there are very many role playing games that are as punishing just based on your series knowledge. I guess Pokemon,
Yeah.
but
Hmm.
You don't
Like, maybe?
lose turns in Pokemon at the very least.
Yeah, it's stricter than Pokemon, I would say. Um, yeah, I don't know if like usually if it's not baked into the series from very early on, uh, losing turns feels so bad to players that they would not code it into a more recent game.
Yeah.
Um, it seems like because it's part of the like milieu of the Shin Megami Tensei genre, um, that they can get away with it.
Yeah, and same thing with like the insta kills, right? Like
Mm.
Mudo and Hama, two big insta killing moves that enemies have very early on in the game. Like other series don't have insta kill moves that if it kills once out of 4 characters, you just lose.
To be
Uh,
fair, well, here's the thing.
yeah,
Uh,
Yeah,
it
tell
doesn't
Gino why
insta
he's a
kill.
coward.
It doesn't insta kill everything. It insta kills you if you have a weakness to that skill. So if you use Mudo and you have an enemy that has a weakness to the dark type, they could die. There's like a chance. The problem is your Nahobino, the character you're playing as, is innately weak to Mudo. So you start the game as basically susceptible to this, and
yeah,
then later on you can sort of manipulate your weaknesses. You can do like an essence fusion where you can change what your weaknesses are. And the first thing I did was I was like, I got to get rid of that because it happened to me once. And I was like, nope, never again. And there are bosses that are going to use Mudo on you later on.
yep,
So if you don't want to die instantly in that boss fight, you have to like know that
But
it's
do something.
coming,
Yeah.
yeah.
or you have to like just sort of spec yourself really specifically in order to avoid it. So
This
there
is
are
a
some
game.
interesting choices to make.
This is a game for Batman plus prep. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like the saying that well, Batman could beat any other superhero with preparation, with enough time to prepare. This is a game where you can beat almost anything with enough time to prepare and foresight about what the moves are. Right? Like you can
I,
change your essences to make you immune to everything the enemy does. You can grab a bunch of demons that are also immune to the same nonsense. And then you can just show up with abilities that just hamstring the specific thing you're fighting against. And that's what this game, that's the audience I think this game is trying to hit, right? Like
mm.
people who are going to put, it's good that Billy isn't a co host for this show anymore
Yeah, we've
with
had a
this
tough
game.
year for him lately. I don't recall. I don't recall an earlier point in the series though, where you could hot swap demons mid-fight.
You can here too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. This is the first time I can recall being able to do that.
Oh, okay.
So in the Persona games, you could do this, but you could only do it for your character
Yep.
because you were like the wild card.
You're right.
So you had the ability to like use any demon, but you had to use the swap in order to actually swap them out mid combat. But then all of your party members were like locked into their one thing because they only have the one persona. So if they're like the boss is weak to electric, you could swap to an electric one, but if it's immune to ice, your ice partner is shit out of luck for that fight.
Yeah.
So yeah, this one's like way more like flexible because you have the open party slots where it's just like, do you want a demon in here? You could swap them out for another one as long as you have enough slots in your like demon party to like accommodate whatever you need. Um, it's interesting. I think it works.
It totally works. But this game is, it's just got, it's mechanic dense. There's also like this, you remember what the system is? The red bar that charges up?
It's like miracle, but I don't know what the actual
Yeah,
like word is.
it's like a Japanese word. I don't know off the top of my head what it's called,
Oh,
but it's basically your super
Magatsushi
meter.
skills.
Yeah.
Yes.
Magatsushi skills. They are
You know what
skills
that
that,
translates to?
no,
Okay.
do not. It is a skill that basically when the bar is full, You could pop off with this ability. Your main character's default ability is making every single one of your attacks for one turn crit.
Yeah, which is great.
Which is pretty great. But as you unlock and do more side quests and unlock more demon types, they will get specific special Magatsushi skills as well, which are more specific and bespoke. Like some of them will debuff all of your enemies for a set number of turns. Some of them will make the enemies really susceptible to negative status effects. Some of them will do big nuking damage. Some of them will give your whole party a buff. Some are huge heals. Like there are dozens of things, and some of them are like you can only do this if you have an angel and an archangel in your party. Then you get to do this thing. Some of them are you've got a pixie and a high pixie in your party, so you've got access to this extra skill. It's kind of wild. Like you need to charge up this super meter over multiple turns, and then it does this incredibly specific thing outside of that crit one. Like a lot of them are very specific, but I bet they're just devastating against the right enemy. But you just need to know. It's just, beat the enemy to death with your knowledge of this game's mechanics.
Here's a counterpoint, though. The one that you start with says crit on every attack you make. So why would I ever do anything else?
I mean, I didn't either, but I just assume that that at a certain point you want to do the ones that are weird and specific.
More specific, yeah. Maybe someday, but I don't think we saw them.
No,
I didn't.
I think it's worth saying we each got like 10 to 20 hours into this game, which also is a pretty varied story amount that we each saw, because if you're doing the side quests and running around, there's so much stuff to do. Like there's little dudes to collect, there's a bunch of side quests, you've got stuff to fuse, there's a ton of just like exploration. You're running around world maps and jumping and platforming and doing stuff like that. If you're trying to see everything, you can make very little progress. Story-wise, I've seen, I think I would say 2 cutscenes that are really cutscenes in the entire game, and I was 10 plus hours in. You probably saw more. You're the furthest in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So notice we've been talking a lot about the demon negotiating, the fusion, all these different mechanics, the strengths, the weaknesses, and that's because this game's story is sparse. At least so far, at least 10 to 20 hours in. This is much more of a dungeon crawler than it is a normal JRPG. Is that fair? Like it's not story. A lot of JRPGs are very story forward, and this one is not.
This is like just true to form for the Shin Megami series, because they are like first and foremost about crawling dungeons. This one like is way more like open and like I don't know, just kind of a little bit less obvious that you're dungeon crawling the whole time.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a dungeon necessarily.
Yes, you are like out in an open space, like walking on sand, and so it doesn't look like no Shin Megami Tensei 1, which is where like you're wandering a school and the school has demons in it. Which is all I remember about that game, it being like, what the hell is this? Also, it's first person, which is weird. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know if it's like genre or if it's like they wanted you to get like the mechanical stuff down before they really throw you into the deep end of like, here's what is going on with, I guess, God and Satan.
Yeah, so you start in a school, and then there's like some murders, I guess, going on by the train station. So you have to take another way around to leave school to go home. And on your way there, you get sucked into another dimension that appears to be like a post-apocalyptic Tokyo. Then you're gonna get killed by demons until a dude that looks like he's like part robot shows up, and he's
He looks like Raiden from Metal Gear Solid Revengeance.
Yep.
If you've seen that, he's like fully in a silver suit. It's a very strange man to appear in front of your character all of a sudden.
He's like, take my hand if you want to live.
Something else I wanted to point out that I
Hmm.
forgot until this opportune moment
Hmm.
is that our pro tag has some of the most intense eyelashes I have ever seen. Like they
Yeah.
are wild.
That's Shin Megami Tensei for you.
Yep.
Stylized.
This leads me down a rabbit hole. Will you accompany me briefly?
Did
I
you
would
mod
love
the
to.
game to make the eyelashes better?
Hold on, we're gonna get to that. First thing I gotta talk about is what did you name your protagonist?
Porky
S-
Pig.
Steve Stevenson.
Okay. Well, I named mine Shin Megami Ten, and then I ran out of characters.
Nice, nice.
All right. So as I was playing this game, when the main character turns into the Nahobino, and it gets very long hair and like a very androgynous suit, I was like, you know what I could do here? And so I went on the internet and I put in "make Nahobino girl, please." And I found a mod that let me turn the Nahobino into a girl, which took very little work. Basically, just kind of buffing out the chest a little bit, and it actually was a very good mod. I highly recommend it because it like changed the pronouns in the text.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
Like
That is a good mod.
yeah, like the who's the guy? What's the guy's name that you fuse with? He's
Oh,
always calling you like young man or whatever.
Vegeta.
long
Yeah,
hair Carl.
sure. Okay, sure. Long hair Carl is always like, young man, do this. And I'm like, I'm sick of you. And then I changed it with that mod, and then he goes, young lady. I'm like, ha ha ha, I am
That's
the master now. And that's my funny story. And that's only brought on because you mentioned the eyelashes, which are very pronounced.
super pronounced, yeah.
So
Also, not for nothing, but
the
the
dude's
school
name is
uniform.
actually Vegeta's name is actually Aogami.
Aogami,
Perfect. Yeah,
yes.
I was
Mhm.
putting zero effort into finding the real answer to that. But not for nothing, the school uniforms are
Oh,
also
yeah,
pretty
they're
intense.
wild.
They're
Like the
sick.
floral pattern on both the blazer and the matching pants.
Hmm.
They're
A
such good
lot.
uniforms.
Yeah.
I will say, like Shin Megami Tensei, the Mega 10 games, like all of them, have excellent music and excellent style.
Hmm.
And that has been true of all of the ones I have played. The music in this game is sick. It's still very good. It's still
Hmm.
very Shin Megami Tensei, a little jazzy, a little
Hmm.
upbeat. I don't know if this is another Shoji Meguro joint. I assume it is, just
Let's
by the
see.
sound.
Development music. The music was co-composed by Ryota Kazuka and Toshiki Kanoshi.
Oh wow, it's
Uh,
not.
Kazuka has previously worked on Shin Megami Tensei 4 and its sequel Apocalypse, while Konishi was known for his work on multiple Megami Tensei spin-off titles. So it's kind of in-house.
Okay.
But they have an in-house sound that is very
Yes,
good.
it's very
Um,
distinct.
and yeah, like this game, it it throws a ton of mechanics at you. There's a ton
Mhm.
of stuff to do. You
Yep.
can spend a lot of time, and ultimately, the story, as far as I can tell, is that Lucifer killed God.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
you got it.
That's it.
God.
And
Well, all right, Gino, we need to
yep.
take a step back here for a moment.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So before Lucifer killed God, God is just one God of many gods, the God of
Yeah,
order, and he separated beings into two things: bodies, which are the demons now, they're sort of like shadows of their former selves, and the knowledge, which are people.
yeah,
Mhm.
humans.
Yeah.
Humans have the knowledge. They've got the Riz.
Yeah. And we
And
need to
then
recombine them, otherwise we don't we aren't a complete being anymore.
and Lucifer, God of chaos, was like, nah, buddy, and then killed the God of order. God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bible God.
Couldn't be
And then
more clear.
Yeah.
and yeah, then Lucifer's like, hey, we're gonna New World Order time, and it would
Mm-hmm.
appear that you kind of get to choose. Do you want to fight for order or for chaos? The angels or the demons? Very Dan Brown of all of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the beginning of the game, you get to pick if you're playing the default version of Shin Megami Tensei 5 or if you're playing the Vengeance version. What did y'all
Yeah.
pick? Did you take the girl's hand or did you leave her alone?
I took the girl's hand.
I took her hand as well.
I did not.
You fool.
I went
You
to the default version.
heartless bastard. How could
So
you?
what
Sort of person would do something like that?
me, I guess. I figured one of us should see what it looks like without that character. For me, I'm basically just wandering a desert alone collecting demons. Are there other characters for you guys?
Oh,
Wait,
you just, like you have
you have no
people?
characters?
No, I just have my dude. It's my dude and then his gang of demons. And that's it.
Interesting. Okay, that's not a
Interesting.
that's not a thing I was expecting to change.
Oh,
Um,
we have side characters aplenty.
What?
yeah, there are
They
like
talk?
people talking
Yeah.
to us. They'll hang out with you. They have their own like if you don't do what they think is right, then they'll leave.
One throws you a saucy wink at one point.
Yeah,
What?
maybe that'll turn into something.
Let's hope.
Not for Gino, but
In my game, I talked to like one kid who is in your school twice. That's it. I'm
Which
like
kid?
up to the Tokyo Diet building, and I have not seen another one of my classmates in
what does the
5
kid look
hours.
like?
Yeah, which kid?
Kid
He's
with
got
glasses.
a stupid hat. Oh,
Oh,
that kid. Yeah,
not
he
the
kind of
stupid
sucks.
hat
The kid with the stupid hat got grabbed by angels at the beginning of this game.
Yep.
We save him.
I haven't
Apparently, we just
saved
let
him yet.
die.
That's fascinating because people have said that there are changes that happen in this game, but not until like the second dungeon. And not having. Okay, so in the
Pretty
first.
big change.
Yeah, in the first couple of like boss fights, you fight Glacia Labolas. Do you remember that fight? This is like a big.
Which thirst trap is that?
This is it looks like a big like tigerish thing with a mask.
Yeah. So a thirst trap. Yeah.
I did not fight this.
You didn't fight this?
Where would that be?
Hold on. SMT. I'm gonna post a picture of it just to make sure you're not confused.
Is this before the Tokyo Tower or after?
Yes. This is
This is early.
like
This is in a train yard.
1 hour in. Yeah. This thing. Do you
No, I
remember
didn't
this?
fight that.
You didn't Oh my god, you really played a different game than we did.
I
I'm
didn't fight
sorry
that
we
thing.
subjected you to this.
There were demons though, right?
They're demons. They're my
Oh.
homies. I hang out with them. I've got like a little demon lady who's telling me to pick up items
Right.
all over the
Yeah.
place.
She's your Navi from Legend of Zelda.
She
Yeah.
takes up so much of the screen sometimes.
Yeah.
It drives me nuts.
She's hanging out. Do you guys have? I heard that you have human characters who fight alongside you.
Yes.
Yeah. A bunch of them.
Yeah. There's like a female classmate of yours who's like training to be a witch or something. And she's like got like Zio and Agi and a bunch of the spells you don't have access to before like you get a bunch of other demons. So she's very useful. She also has Dia, which is your healing. So she's like constantly in my party. Couldn't go anywhere without her. Don't know what I would do if I was playing, say, a different version of this.
You would have
game.
a pixie. You would have a pixie who casts Zio and Dia. That's what you would do. Or a unicorn that does the same things.
Oh, the bicorn can heal?
Bicorn can't. Bicorn is about violence. Unicorn is about friends.
Oh, I didn't realize there were different
that
ones.
makes sense. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my version of the game. Let's see. What were the bosses?
That sounds so lonely.
It is.
So, did you fight in a train yard?
No, I don't think so.
Damn.
What are you playing? You just like
You-
wandering
You
the
play the
desert
wrong
alone?
game, I think.
Yeah, I'm basically just wandering around the wide open space. The
I
boss,
think that's the whole
like
game. Like Gino just never goes anywhere. And they're like, should have took her hand, bro.
the bosses I fought were there's a big snake monster by Tokyo Tower.
Yeah,
Did you guys fight
Yeah,
that?
the Hydra.
the Hydra.
Hydra. I fought the Hydra. I think there was maybe one other boss before that. Um,
Oh,
yeah, I do not remember fighting that thing. I do not remember going to a train yard. Is there something in the train yard?
the train
You
yard is like
you save
before
one of your
Tokyo
classmates.
Tower. You save the character who's going to join you in your party. You see that glasses kid again. He's like, I don't know, he does some magic, and then he's like, ah, well, I'm gonna wander off and not tell you anything about what's going on. And then it's basically just a setup to gain that character in your party.
Yeah, the Hydra is the first boss I fought.
Huh. Fascinating.
I fought a bunch of Pretas. Like I gained a bunch of characters in my party. I did a bunch of side quests, and then yeah, I fought the Hydra, and then I think the next boss I fought was in front of the Tokyo Diet building, or
Huh.
in the Tokyo Diet building. That's it.
Interesting.
For some optional bosses, I did. Like, I fought an Oni, but yeah, this is the version I'm
Play this game
playing.
again.
Is an incredibly lonely, storyless game.
Yeah, you should restart the game, I think, and take that hand.
Yeah, the version I'm
Uh,
playing feels like it was made for the Switch because you're going to be playing it on a train.
right.
And you're just going to throw infinite hours into it. And that's enough. You know, it feels like the Monster Hunter of Shin Megami Tensei's.
Yeah, you gotta go to work every day. You gotta put in your hours with the
demons.
demons. Huh.
But yeah, like for me, I got the initial cutscene. I got the cutscene when you like show up in Da'at, the demon world. I got the cutscene where Lucifer killed God and then just bragged about it like a jerk.
Yeah.
And then I think what other cutscenes did I even really get? I got some with the angels when I got to Angel Town. But yeah, I have not seen other characters more than like once or twice in this game. Your classmates, like almost none of them. I've seen the kid with the glasses twice, and he's like, "We need to go to the Tokyo Diet building to save the idiot with the hat."
Right. And
He
that
just
idiot
says that,
with
and
the
then he's
hat is
gone.
gonna come back.
He sucks.
Yeah.
There's always a character like that, and they usually have a hat in Shin Megami
That's
Tensei
true.
games.
Yeah. This is your oh shit, what's his name?
One from
Ryuji.
Yep.
And the other one.
Ryuji and dang it. Yusuke.
Ugh, Yusuke.
And
Yusuke's the worst one.
And the guy with the hat from Persona
3.
3.
Akiko?
No, Akihiko's cool.
I don't remember.
He's cool. I'll find his name. I'll find the idiot's name. I believe it's with a
Didn't he have a hat? Alright, it doesn't matter. Yeah. So interesting to know that they made so much changes. I think I'm looking at the wiki here. It says that
No, Ryuji's the worst one. I apologize.
Junpei is the
Ooh,
shitty one
Junpei's
with the
pretty
hat.
bad too.
Yep. What was I about to read? In addition to the new campaign, the team added dialogue and quests to the original to flesh out the cast, which had seen criticisms by players for a lack of depth. Yoko was planned for the this is the girl you get. Yoko was planned for the original release, but dropped to focus on the other characters. Yoko as a character was intended as a quote heroine of chaos to contrast against Tao, which is another character you're going to get later on. Yeah, so that's what you missed so far, and then there's some other stuff that you've also probably not going to get.
Yeah, and so like that is I see the criticisms. I'll say that. Like the base game is a real lonely, real mechanics dense experience. There's almost nothing else going on up until this point for me. But it's good mechanics and it's got a lot of content. But yeah, it's just not. It's bare. I'm used to Japanese role playing games being very story forward, and this one just isn't. At
Right.
least in the base game.
No, it's not. Yeah,
And
in either version.
And you're like about to get the story too, because if you got to the Tokyo Diet Building, um, this is the spoilers. This is the spoiler part. Tokyo Diet Building is basically the end of that level. It has a portal in it that will take you back to Tokyo, which is like I think we find out by this point almost certainly that the dot that you're in is 20 years in the future of actual Tokyo, which is why you're seeing like landmarks and stuff. And then when you get to the diet building, you can take the portal to go back to your own time, and then you can hang out with some of your classmates again. And you learn that there's like a secret society that's kind of been looking out for the world and making it so you don't end up in this like post-apocalypse situation. And then from there, the demons attack your school, and then you
Demons
go
always
back
be
into
attacking your
dot.
school in Shin Megami Tensei.
Yeah,
Pretty much, yeah.
yeah.
That's like the most dangerous place you can be in any of these
At a
games at any
school, yeah.
point is a high school, yeah.
High school is the most dangerous game. That's what they're always saying.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess did y'all have anything else to say about SMT5?
It's
It's
on sale
good.
right now. You should play it.
Yeah, it is good. I mean, you have to be into like demon fusing though. If you're not gonna like get off on tweaking your party in these very sort of like
Oh my god, you're tweaking them? Don't do that.
I like it.
if you're not interested in adjusting and customizing your party in very sort of minute and fiddly detail, this isn't for you. You know,
Mhm.
that happens to be what most interests me in the Fire Emblem series, so I'm
Yeah.
all over this nonsense.
hmm Oh, see, counterpoint to that, I am paralyzed with fear that I might,
That you're
I might
suboptimal in like one minor way.
exactly. I if so in this game there are like pluses and minuses on the like elemental
Affinities and
skills.
abilities and strengths. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I would have like I'm fusing something and like three of the skills are pretty good, and then one of them's like -3 because it just doesn't interact well with their uh affinities, I will not fuse that persona. And so I have probably very bad personas. I have the hiccups too.
Your demons are you're making
My
suboptimal demons because you want each demon to have its best possible abilities.
yeah. Um, and I always fear that maybe I will end up in a situation where I need a certain element and I don't have it, and so I need to have every element possible on my character. And if I don't, then uh, I'm going to get blown up or something. It's very stressful. I always get paralyzed by these games, I think. This one I guess less so than most of the other personas. Um where you're doing the exact same thing. Persona just has the problem where there's so much of it. And this one it feels like there's a lot less, but also what if I fuck it up, you know?
Yeah.
What if I have to go back and get a pixie? Even though it's in my compendium also and I could just pay some money for it. Uh
No, you need to carry one around all the time.
Yeah, what if I
I
could get
need
one with better stats?
exactly. I need to have a pixie in my pocket in case I need
That's,
Dia.
I mean, that's,
That's a sickness you have, and
yeah, that's,
it's
Yeah,
important that
yeah.
you're
that's
acknowledging it.
derangement.
I'm broken in certain ways, and that's fine. I acknowledge it.
And if you're broken like M, this is the game for you.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
should play this game.
which I
This
think
game's really good. If you're gonna play a Shin Megami Tensei, any of them, you should play this one because this one rips, and they've really honed it to like a fine point. And I don't know about you, but the fact that it starts off and immediately throws you into it, rather than having you spend a fucking week at school like Persona does,
Mhm.
I'm all for it because
Yeah.
I usually hate that part. When I loaded this game up and I saw we were at a school, I was like, "Oh, for God damn it!" But
But then it's
then I
like,
didn't have to worry
hell with
about that.
school.
And
Time
it
to go to
instantly
hell.
Exactly.
melts. It instantly melts into sand.
Uh huh.
I agree with that. I think that this game, if you are here for the mechanics, this game gets you to it real quick. Maybe it will have a story later, but it doesn't care to give you that up front. All right, which means I think it is my turn to pick next.
It is.
And I'm going to keep the Japanese role-playing game train running. I wanted to try one that I think is in a completely different direction than this, at least my version that I played of Shin Megami Tensei 5. I'm going to pick Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Okay. Okay.
Are you aware of this, of the Yakuza franchise, Pete?
I'm aware of the Yakuza franchise. I'm not aware of Like a Dragon specifically.
So imagine if instead of it being an open world like Grand Theft Auto style game, imagine if instead it was a turn-based role-playing game, but it was still set in modern day Japan with Yakuza members, and it
Okay.
has
Okay.
all of the things you would expect of a JRPG. So like you have summons, but instead of summoning, some sort of deity, you summon like a crab that pinches people, or a mistress who comes and seduces people,
All right.
or
Count
a
me in.
salaryman. Yeah, so we'll be playing Yakuza Like a Dragon next.
Do you think you will become a dragon in this game?
I think you'll become like one.
Can I
No.
fuse myself with other similar Yakuza?
Oh,
I hope so.
maybe.
All right. Well, thank you, dear listeners. Reminder, you can get in touch with the show, deeplistenspodcast@gmail.com, deeplistens.libsyn.com. That's where you have our shows and where you can hit our comment sections up. deeplistenspodcast.bluesky.social. That's our social media. You can support the show on patreon.com/deeplistens. And then, just a reminder, you can donate to the Immigrant Law Center of Minnesota at ilcm.org/donate. Thank you, Pete.
Yeah, this was a good one.
Thank you, M.
Hee-ho.
Yo. Thank you, dear listeners. Until next time, peace.